Okay, let's talk about email. Let's talk about email. The topic here on this FBTV video podcast today is email. Now, as you know, I not only do the podcast, the FBTV videos and such, I'm the lead consultant for Tautoa. We are a training and consulting firm. We train freight brokers across the country. We work with those wanting to be freight broker agents, training and consulting, trucking companies, the whole 9 yards. We have packages that are self-study. We have packages that include live or on-demand training, guaranteed placement as a freight broker agent if that's the route you want to go. In other words, when you complete training, you don't have to go out there looking for a contract. With the freight brokerage, it's already there. So that's going to allow you to begin your broker operation as an agent almost immediately. I mean, there's paperwork to do and things like that. You got to go through orientation. There's a few day delay there, but you get the idea. The completion, after you complete the mentorship program, we call it the mentorship program, that's where you're going to be working through us under a licensed broker, so you can get out there, start working, start putting into practice what you learn, start building a customer base, getting experience. So at the end of your mentorship program, be it 3 all the way up to 12 months, depending on the package you choose, you'll be ready to go. Be it to become an agent for a freight brokerage direct, or even if you want to start your own freight brokerage company. Okay, we can talk to you about that. We can make our recommendations, and you're going to get the facts. None of this follow the yellow brick road stuff, because you're making a life-changing decision. You're making an investment in yourself. You need to know the facts, not a lot of this hogwash that's out there on the internet. So feel free to call me, 479-668-0838. Check us out at Tautoa.com, Taltoa.com. Again, my name is Mike. I am the lead consultant. Now, let's get to this. Email. All right, I've talked about this before, I believe, in a YouTube video, but we're going to talk about it again here because we're on the topic of email. If you're a freight broker agent, you need an email. You need an email that is for your broker operation only. You don't use it for anything else, just your broker business. Now, you don't have to have a website extension, back in the day, even today you see it sometimes, your name at yourwebsite.com. Gmail's fine, Hotmail, Yahoo, Google, it doesn't matter today. Your customers, shippers, they all use Gmail. I mean, it's just accepted. Now, years ago, not so much. But today, no big deal. So set up your email account. Set up an email account, be it Gmail or whatever. I will tell you this, Yahoo's pretty squirrely. I don't know what's causing it, but we send out emails to clients that use Yahoo, and they just don't get them. Anybody else, any other email they get. So keep that in mind too. The last thing you want to do is have an email address where you're not getting emails from your customers, and that's a problem. All right, now you've got your email set up. Next thing you want, and it doesn't have to be fancy. I had one guy here a few months ago. I'm the best freight broker on the planet at gmail.com. No. Just simple. If you can get away with the first initial of your first name followed by your last name, yeah, that's great. If you're able to do that, just something simple. Don't make it difficult on your customers, be it trucking companies or shippers. Make it easy on them. Now, when you get it set up, go in there and set up your signature. Your signature is going to be your full name and your phone number. Your full phone number, area code, followed by your number. Make it easy. If you got a logo, You know, you put your logo down there, whatever. You don't have to put your email address in the signature because, well, it's on your email. The customer or the trucking company or whoever you are emailing, they know your email address already. So you can leave that off. Now, understand that an email is not a text message. You know, you want to text somebody on your phone, that's one thing. But email, it is a digital letter. And in this case, it's going to be a digital business letter, meaning you need to follow the same etiquette. You got to have the opening, you got to have the body of the letter, citation, whatever, your signature. It's got to be right. You know, maybe I pick up a customer and the customer says, yeah, send me your packet. Okay. The shipper's packet's going to be in a nice PDF document format, but my email, I'm going to start out, hey, Jim, comma, space or two. Hey, great talking to you today. I look forward to working with you in the future. Attach, please find the shipper package requested. Period, space or two. Hey, talk to you soon, space, space or a line skip or whatever. And my signature, and I send it. It looks professional. Anything you do with a customer or even a trucking company as far as that goes, and trucking companies, you should take note of this too. Especially if you're a small trucking company. You've got, whatever perception you create is going to be your customer's reality. Now, what I'm getting at here is a broker, you want to look professional. You send a professional email out to your customer, they see it, well, all of a sudden, they start perceiving you as a professional freight broker. That can only help you. And I've probably said this before in the past too, but I'll share it again because it's important. I've had clients that were just starting out working from their kitchen table at home. But the perception they created, they weren't lying, just they never allowed their customer to know that they were working at the kitchen table. As far as the customer knew, they were working on the 5th floor of an office building downtown somewhere. You know, you're creating a perception that's going to become a reality. When I brokered, there was times I brokered from my boat in the middle of the lake. I've brokered from hotel rooms when I was on vacation. I've even brokered from my truck when I was driving trucks. You know, the perception becomes your customer's reality. Create a professional perception. Okay, that will become your customer's reality. All right, that makes sense. Now, while we're on the subject of email, and this is really where we were going with this topic this morning anyway, I've had clients ask, hey, you know, instead of making the sales call, can I just email them? No. You need to have that. The first contact really needs to be live, one-on-one. Okay, there's a reason for that because you're making it personal. Emails are impersonal. It's just it's just words on a computer screen. Okay. It's not personal. You want to build a relationship. Emails don't do that. Emails are so informal and just back and forth, and it's just going to take longer for you to build that relationship you want to have built with that customer. Try not to send an email. Now, there's going to be times, and believe me, I've had it too, where the customer says, yeah, I only want to communicate via email. Okay, in my head, I'm going, well, that's stupid. We're talking about getting a truck. I don't have 20 minutes to wait for you to respond to an email saying that, yeah, that truck's good to go, or, yeah, come pick up my load. That load's still available. And what I'm getting at is, I got a truck. I talked with the truck on the phone. Yeah, let me contact my customer. Hey, I got a truck for that load. Is it still available? If it is, send it to me or whatever. And I'm sitting there waiting. I don't know if it's still available. I'm sitting there twiddling my fingers. The truck, they're getting answers. I mean, that's just ridiculous. I've said this too. I see it on load boards. I see trucking companies in the contact column whenever they post their equipment. Instead of having a phone number like they should, they put an email address there. And then I'm sure they go out and complain about how that load board doesn't do them any good. Well, of course not. This is an immediate type business. Seconds count. You can miss a load or miss a truck by just a second or two. I get into that in training. You should have a phone number up there, but that's. I think I've even talked about that on a YouTube video somewhere, but topic for another day. Now, in cases where you made the call to a potential customer and you get their voicemail, okay, I always tell people, hang up. Don't leave a message. Not yet. Call them back. But in a case where you call a potential customer and the person who answered the phone said, yeah, they only take emails. Okay, generally speaking, yeah, in a situation like that, you're going to have to send an email. All right, so get the email address. Now, I always assume that that potential customer is going to use my service. So if you know anything about sales, it's called the assumptive close. Now, I've not had a chance to make a sales call to this potential customer, but I'm assuming they're going to use my service. So my email is going to be created as if they're using my service. They already told me, yeah. So how would that be? Hey, Jim, I talked to Kathy the other day. She told me to send my information to you. I look forward to working with you in the future. Attached, find my shipper package, all the documentation you need. Give me a call or I'll follow up next week. You see what I'm saying? I'm assuming they're going to be using me. I'm not going to say, hey, my name is Mike. Listen, I really like to work with you, blah, blah, blah. That's giving people the opportunity to say no. In a situation like this, I'm going to stand out. Now, you do not want to use an email instead of making the call. A lot of people that do that, that's a crutch because they're scared of making a sales call. Making a sales call as a freight broker is super easy. Simple. 10, 15 seconds, it's yes, no, or they're going to request more information. I go totally in detail with you on that in the training. So, keep that in mind. All right, if you've got questions or anything about that, feel free to call me, 479-668-0838. Check Tautoa out. You'll find us at taltoa.com, tautoa.com. Be happy to work with you, help you any way I can.